You are now listening to Feeding Off Each Other.
Welcome back.
What?
To what was that?
Damn it, the wrong sound played.
The most mellow song of all time to start off a podcast.
It's Corona time.
No, it is.
Corona time right now.
It kind of is Corona time right now.
It's Corona time. Hello, muchachos.
December, Christmas parties, everybody getting together, sneezing on each other's faces.
Yeah.
It's Corona time. Wish we had some liquid Coronas right now.
Yeah, liquid courage Coronas.
Welcome to the podcast. We're back. This is Feeding Off Each Other, the show where we chat to people way more interesting than ourselves in the hopes of stealing some of their sweet, sweet talent and knowledge. I'm Matt Dennison, and I am joined by professional road tripper Jason Lucas.
Professional is a strong word.
Yeah, you've driven a lot over across the United States, and
Yes.
you just returned from a long trip.
Yes.
And I'm also joined by the man of the hour, David Wiggins.
Hello.
Wow, the kids are very excited to hear from you today, Dave.
Yeah, you know, I'm a pretty major public figure, so views should be up.
So today's episode is all about David. I guess maybe like 15 episodes ago, we did Jason.
Mm-hmm.
It was all about Jason, the Jason Lucas interview. And today we thought we'd do the David Wiggins interview because we want to learn about you, Dave.
Okay.
There's so much we don't know about you.
I feel like I hardly
Is
know
there?
you.
I'm an open book.
Yeah, but you don't. That's the thing. You're an open book, so we have to read you, but you don't like exclaim your words. From
I think
your
you're misunderstanding that metaphor.
story. No, I got it.
Why don't we start off this interview of Dave with hearing about Jason's road trip?
uh,
Shit. Here we go again.
So Jason, you actually went to Joshua Tree.
I just got back the other day from a week-long road trip throughout the United States of America. Left from here and drove down to Southern California and then into Arizona and then into Utah and then back up. Kind of like a big teardrop shape. And I gotta say, America's pretty sweet.
Now, did you go in a teardrop because you murdered someone in prison?
No.
Or is that just a teardrop tattoo you get?
Is that a reference
yeah.
to
Didn't you know that if you see someone that went to prison with a teardrop tattoo,
what rapper? Is that Gucci?
it's for every person you killed?
Who has that tattoo?
Probably Gucci.
Yeah, I think so.
I've heard that when you see a pair of shoes hanging on a telephone wire, that's where someone got
I've heard
killed.
that.
But I feel like that's just where an angsty skateboarder was hanging out.
So my buddy Stefan and I, we used to do that. We used to throw them up in our neighborhood like a couple of years ago. And then a neighbor yelled at us.
A couple of years ago?
Yeah, he would find shoes just on the street and he'd toss them up there.
I didn't realize you guys went to jail. Is that what it signifies?
Yeah, we murdered some people.
Oh, wow. Well, can't wait to get into that later.
Yeah, wow. Thank God I have that question ready.
Jason, did you find Joshua's tree?
Yeah, I actually really like going to those places in America that have like this sort of mysticism about them and like all this lore, I guess, for lack of a better term. Did you guys know Joshua Tree is called that because the Mormons came down there and it looked like Joshua from the Bible with his hands up in the air praying to God, those trees. So there's a lot of Joshua trees, not just one.
I think Jason just stole your fun fact
I know,
of the day, Dave.
Was that the fun fact of the day?
It is
That was pretty
now.
fun. I don't know.
I had fun.
There's no need to go to Dave
Although
now.
it got a little bit churchy for me.
Yeah, you lost me at the Bible.
Yeah, I was like,
I
who
know,
now?
I know. There's a lot of Mormon stuff in that part of the country. I hope I got that right.
Was
it?
Wait, isn't Joshua Tree in California?
Yeah, but there's still lots.
The Morms?
Yeah.
What's the closest city?
Palm Springs, technically.
Okay.
It's like an hour out from LA?
2.5 from LA.
Okay.
I've been to Palm Springs.
So you were pretty much at Joshua Tree, like 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
Not even.
What'd you guys do? Did you camp?
Camped a couple nights and then did an Airbnb. And it's funny, the Airbnb, they all look the same. They're all ranchers. They all have a backyard with an outdoor hot tub, a bathtub for some reason, a shower, and then twinkle lights.
Yeah,
straight
yeah,
across.
classic.
And like that's every Airbnb ever there.
An outdoor bathtub?
Yep.
Why do you need a bathtub and a hot tub?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't. Like it's like a legit like
redundant.
porcelain bathtub. You know,
Yeah,
like
I know
old-
what a bathtub is.
You know what that is? You ever seen one of
Prove
those?
it.
Usually white
Sorry,
porcelain.
I forgot. I was talking to a homeowner here.
Ooh la la, Mr.
Yeah.
Frenchman with your bathtub.
I tried to take a bath and it was too small.
In your new home?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Are you just a large man, or is the bathtub too small?
I think like a standard size bathtub is just too small for like a full grown man.
Yeah. Maybe you should get a hot tub in the back and some twinkle lights.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You can get a hot tub, couldn't you? Put it in your yard.
Come on, let's get a hot tub. Get a sauna.
I don't think I want a hot tub.
All right. Anyway,
We had the hot tub. Brooke and I went to Powell River. Powell River? Is that what it's called? Powell River?
Yeah.
that's a city.
Because Sunshine Coast.
Yeah.
There's too many like rivers,
Jordan
cities.
River and yeah.
Jordan River, Campbell River, Powell River.
Mississippi, the Nile.
We went to Powell River. We stayed in a tiny home and we had the hot tub set up too.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's super great.
Yeah. You don't want a hot tub, Dave. Come on.
I feel like it's a vacation thing and just the maintenance and the costs.
It's true.
and all
Come
the
on, I'll be
things.
your cute hot tub maintenance boy. I'll show up every Tuesday, but I'll also go into the
You
hot tub.
show
and
up in
enjoy
like
it.
cut off jean shorts that are really revealing.
Yeah, just like the ones I'm wearing now.
Yeah.
For all you people watching the podcast.
Yeah.
Be lovely.
Cool. Where else did you go? In and out, of course.
In and out.
Did you get a new shirt?
I did get a new shirt. I got the Oregon edition. So for the people who don't know, I collect in and out shirts because
He's the only person in the world that collects in and out shirts.
everyone's got to have a thing.
Dude, you're so wacky and unique.
I know,
That's
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
yeah,
Why didn't you wear it today? Why are you wearing this?
that's true. I don't know. I like just
be promoting In and
I
Out.
just like support the place that makes money for us.
Question about In and Out.
HolloMyDude.com.
Yeah.
Did the founders at In and Out like think they were making kind of like a sex joke? Like were they like, you know,
In-N-Out?
it'll be funny.
Maybe. I don't
Probably.
know.
Sex sells.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I actually really like it out as a establishment. So I collect their shirts. I got Oregon and forgot California. Drove all the way through California and forgot to go. And then I was really bummed because we were just in Utah as a group. And did we tell us on the podcast already?
Tell it again.
Oh, Kaz is a fucking asshole. What? Well, we were in. If you guys watch Mahalo, My Dude, you've seen it. We went down to Colorado and Utah, and in Colorado, we all went to In and Out as a group and ate a nice meal together. And Kaz and I got Colorado In and Out shirts together. I was like, what a great experience. And then we were in Utah, and Dave and I were in a separate car, and we drove past In and Out, and Dave was like, you should go in that In and Out, grab a shirt. And I was like, nah, it'd be wrong to do it without the other two. Later that day,
We were in the left-hand turn lane,
we-
and then he had to swerve out of it dramatically into traffic.
God, I hope this story's interesting. Later that day, Kaz sends like a picture to the group chat, and it's a Utah In and Out shirt, and he's like, had to make a quick stop, and I was like, what the fuck, dude?
It was a true betrayal.
It was a huge betrayal.
Wait, but didn't we text you? Do you want a shirt? We did.
Yeah, no.
No.
But yeah, you did. That was where we revealed the betrayal because Jason can't just get a shirt. He has to go like
Yeah, sure.
You can just get them
Hey,
online and be like,
look
I
at-
got the Hawaii one.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, you got to go in.
I feel
No,
like
no,
I was
yeah.
there. I'm a part of this. So you guys are ridiculing me as well as Kaz, and we were thoughtful. I was like, oh well, Jason's gonna want a shirt. I didn't realize the intricacies. I'm not a nerd who needs In and Out shirts. I
but
didn't
Kaz-
realize.
I feel like the betrayal's on Kaz because he's the collector,
Kaz,
so he
yeah.
should know the rules.
He should know the rules. You got to get a thing of food too. Like you got to eat.
I also
something
am
there.
pretty sure we already told this story.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So sorry.
Oh, man.
Cut this, Dave.
In and Out sponsor.
Anyway, I went to the one in Utah as well, and I was like, perfect redemption. And for some reason, the Utah one was the same as the Oregon one. It just said like the design was entirely the same, and I was
Still
like,
buy it?
no,
No, you can't.
no.
What?
Such a cop, bro.
How did you not cop that?
because it was too similar. Just like just yeah, it didn't feel right. I don't
That's
know.
the story. That's what you tell people when you're at the party. You're like, hey, you see this shirt? It's exactly the same in this other state. Maybe that's not interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, if anyone works at In and Out listening to this, can you tell me the intricacies of how you guys design the shirts? Because maybe it's like one design per month, and they all just change the city or the state name.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anyway, went in and out.
Today's
Super
interview
interesting.
on David is about Jason's In and Out shirts.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. This is running long. And then I went to Sedona, and then I went to Zion, and it was great.
Didn't you see the Grand Canyon?
I did see the Grand Canyon. Fuck, have you guys been to the Grand Canyon?
No, I
Yeah.
think it's pretty
You
Have
went
you?
to the
grand.
No, I've
Oh,
never
I thought
been.
you had before.
And I was like, I don't want to see. Like, this is.
What?
I was like, this is
Just
so
a whole-
overrated.
Dude,
No, there's
whatever.
no
This is
way.
Old as shit.
I'm sure it's the coolest thing ever.
It was legitimately the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
But Matt, you probably went to the Nevada one, right? Like from Vegas, or did you go in Arizona?
Arizona.
Oh, you went to the Arizona one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you
With
saw the same one.
Riker and Alexi Parker.
Oh, okay. On that trip, I thought you might have gone from.
No,
Interbike.
I've been there twice now, actually. I think I went there with my parents and Brooke, actually.
Oh wow.
I think. I don't know. But it's quite spectacular.
It-
You're
like-
like, how the hell did this hole get there? This is crazy.
It's insane. You could fit cities down there.
It is actually mind-boggling that just like a little trickle of water got bigger and bigger and bigger over time and just eroded that all away. Isn't that fascinating?
I feel like it's like being on Mars, right?
It's like
Not really.
no. It's like
If you want to feel like you're on Mars, go to the Kicking Horse Resort in BC.
I've been there.
Did you feel like you're on Mars?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know. I'm no spaceman.
yes, and
Sorry, that was an awkward fart.
that was good. Yeah. Saw Horseshoe Bend. Have you guys been there?
Horseshoe Bend.
No, I haven't been there.
That's like another Grand Canyon-y type. Like, holy shit.
Did you get the gram?
I did get it. I took some photos. It's actually quite hard to take that photo. Like the whole.
Right.
You need either you need to be like on a ladder with a fisheye, or like
Or on
it's a
top of
drone
your
shot.
camper
or
van.
something. Yeah. Well, you can't drive up to it. It's a hike.
Oh, okay.
So you got to get some height to get the whole thing.
Wait,
Nope.
where is this?
It's in Arizona,
Okay.
just off the highway.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Highly recommend. Everything, obviously, everything costs money.
You gotta
to
get
go
a
to,
visual
but
of this, Dave.
Yeah, it's sick.
Horseshoe what?
Bend.
Horseshoe Bay.
That's what I
Horseshoe
wanted.
Bay. It's like in Arizona.
Okay, yeah.
BC ferries run
There
out
you go.
of it.
Classic.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, pretty neat.
Did you guys like bring a photographer?
No, just me.
Did you guys do like the self timers or something?
No. I have a drone, so we did a lot of like drone selfie things. But
Because did you ask strangers for photos?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's every one of these places, there's thousands of people.
Okay,
Like,
so you're
and
asking
they,
people.
and you do the exchange. Like they're like, I'll
Yeah.
take one of you, you take one of me.
It's like a barter system.
You know what's so awkward when you see someone taking a photo and they're struggling and you're like, oh, you want me to take the photo? And they're like, no. It's like, okay, all right. Okay, I'll screw myself.
Yeah, I hate that.
But then I've been on the
They're
other side
struggling.
too, and I've kind of dealt it too, where it's like they're like, "Oh, you want us to take a photo for you?" And I'm like, "No, it's fine. I actually just like wanted the selfie, like specifically
Sure.
wanted the selfie." And you just feel like a jerk.
Totally. Or they take the photo of you, but it's bad.
Oof.
Yeah.
And then you just got to stand there and be like, yeah, thanks. They get far away and you're like, okay, who else can like frame us up properly here? Come on.
you ever done the classic like just turn the selfie camera on and take a photo of yourself and never actually take a photo of them?
No.
I'm not a piece of shit.
I'm way too nervous of a person to do that.
I may have done that once or twice when the time was right. I'm not sure.
Did you
I
at
am
least
piece of
take a
shit.
good one as well, though?
I don't remember, but I like a good joke every once in a while. You know?
Excellent.
Nice. Any funny stories? Any things happen?
There's like, America's awesome and great and the geography is insane, but there's a lot of weird small towns you got to drive through to get to these places. And I'm sorry, I don't mean weird. Like some people live there obviously and they're nice and quaint, but we're like, obviously gas was a huge thing I had to get along the way, and stopping at these like really random spots like then you never stop for other than gas. And there's one in Oregon. We were in a town, I can't even remember the name. We were in this town getting gas, and these like 3 minivans, like Dodge Caravan, like old Dodge Caravans pull up, and like 10 guys get out and they all have security shirts on, but then also just like machine guns on. And like
Machine Gun Kelly?
It was not Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh.
It was Megan Fox.
Yeah, it was Megan Fox. 10 of them. And they're just there with like knives and guns, and they're just casually holding guns and going into the gas station. I'm like, what what the fuck is going on? And it was just a normal day for them. I think I was like, then my girlfriend Lauren was there and we're like, what is happening? Should we be afraid? I'm like, nah, I think they're just like, this is their thing. Like, I think they're just a group of guys that have guns and like,
what are they, like a militia or something?
it kind of looked like a militia or a gang maybe. You already know what I want. Yeah, you know. But you like that's stuff you just don't see in Canada. So
No.
you're like, what the, like, do I have to be on guard? Should we just leave? But
Well,
at the
you have
pump-
to be on guard for the.
In
for
Canada, if you see someone walking anywhere with a gun, you're like, oh, someone's about to be murdered. Where
Exactly.
in the States, it's just a thing. You can just walk around with a gun in a lot of places.
Yeah.
It's very jarring.
Yeah.
That's what you think when you see a gun. Somebody's about to get murdered.
Like if I was walking down a street in Vancouver, and someone would just like had a gun on their waist, I would be like,
Okay,
what the fuck?
definitely someone's
Yeah.
getting murdered there. Then
Yeah, like
Yeah.
some like
or you're
it's-
at a gas station and 10
Yeah.
guys get out of a car with
Oh my!
guns.
I would think like a mass shooting. Yeah, like some sort of crazy and assassination.
Totally. So that was weird and interesting. And I don't know. Nothing crazy. I don't know. Nothing like crazy happened.
did you drive the whole time?
I did drive the whole time.
Lauren never took a shift.
She did occasionally. She drove some like off-road stuff while I was shooting photos and
Oh, nice.
some clips.
And
But
Sandy,
yeah, there's a lot of stuff to get Sandy on.
how do you drive all that way though? How do you stay awake? What's your trick? I get drowsy, man.
Really?
Yeah.
He rides the bull.
I do drink a lot of energy drinks and coffee.
Oh God.
There was one morning where I definitely was like, I'm gonna fall asleep at the wheel here. But I don't know, just take breaks. And I think that drive is so pretty that I'm always just like looking anyway. Like it's I don't know. It's pretty what do you call it? Engaging.
Interesting.
No, it's an engaging drive. Especially when there's like guns and stuff around.
Man, I don't know. Sometimes I think the drive down there is pretty boring. You're just like going straight roads on the wide highway and pretty easy to kind of doze
Jason
off a
loves
little
to
bit.
drive.
I'm
He
a
does
road
love to
hog.
drive.
on our road trips this year, he's just been like, I'm down to drive, and I'm like, sweet, because I'm not that down to drive. So
Yeah, no, I love driving.
Let's get into that and learn more in your interview later, perhaps.
Yeah.
Can't
Sure.
wait.
sure.
Anyway,
But first, let's talk about our Pit Viper video that just dropped a little bit.
Sure.
Did you drive by Pit Viper again?
I did. I was literally 5 minutes. Not even, because it's right off the highway, the
Yeah.
manufacturer. I was like 2 minutes from Pit Viper.
You should have popped in.
It was a Sunday. I would have.
Still.
That would have been
There's
fun.
no one there.
Hey guys, have you seen Dave and Matt?
Yeah.
Did they leave? Do you know?
No, I did go through Salt Lake again, though. Yeah, what a cool. There's a lot more snow, I will say.
Did you go to the In-N-Out that we almost went to?
No, I went to one in Provo, which is before Salt Lake, because
That was the one we almost went to was before Salt Lake.
was it?
Yeah.
Then maybe I did.
It was right off the highway. It was a left-hand turn lane.
It was. I did. I couldn't remember honestly which one. Anyway, yeah, I would have loved to see those guys again because we just. It's like the timing's funny because we just put out that video.
Yeah, so I just wanted to plug our video. We worked at Pit Viper for a day last month, and we just posted a 30-minute long video on mahalamydude.com. Absolutely zero mountain biking content, but there is some scooter content. There is some
Go-kart content.
go-kart content.
Yeah.
Some van content.
Van life.
Some Twitter content.
Brett Tippie makes an appearance.
Brett Tippie content. And there is a whole lot of laughs. So go check it out. It was a fun day. It's funny because like it's kind of what I imagined down there. It's a lot of chaos and just people being like my main gig there was to help with the packaging, and I was like wrapping up these boxes in such a poor way with all the tape, and I was concerned like, okay, maybe I should actually like take that out and repackage it. But they're like, no, it's fine. Yeah, so one of our guys, he actually does that. We call it the grandpa tape job. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, send it out.
Like the person will probably be more stoked.
Yeah.
That it's poorly wrapped.
And then we wrote like little notes in some of the packages that we sent
Yeah.
out, and I don't know. We'll see if we get an email. I kind of doubt it.
We
wrote
would have
them.
by now, I think,
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
because it would have gotten to that person.
Well, I noticed that in the comments on our video, there's some people that are like, "This is why I never got my order from November. This is why I never got my."
The thing is, they approved the video. We actually made it for their Black Friday telethon.
Yeah. And I mean, approved it? Like, I don't even think...
Probably didn't even watch it.
No, they literally didn't watch it. Because I said, hey, do you want to watch this first? And just approve it? We got some things to talk about. And then they said, if it is necessary. So, yeah.
Nope.
Anyways, go watch that if you have 30 minutes to spare. And say you came from feeding off each other.
Yeah, even if you have like 20 seconds, just start it.
Yeah, just get us that view.
Just skip to the ad breaks and click on those. That'd be great.
Yeah, it was a really fun day. So, yeah, go check it out. Dave, I know that your fun fact was kind of
Was it Joshua Tree?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, that would be insane.
Dave had a fun fact, but it was kind of stepped all over by Jason. But I kind of like the way that you went about today's fun fact here, Dave. So our friend Dan sent us this new kind of AI. I don't know if it's new, but it's like an AI website where you can basically ask it any single question. You can ask it crazy things like rewrite Sabotage by the BC Boys, but make it about mountain biking, or write a script about Joshua Tree and have a guy named Jason in it, and it'll legitimately pump that out in 5 seconds. So, Dave, you've entered. What have you entered in there?
I wrote the word "fun fact" of the words, and do you want to know what the AI gave us?
You just wrote "fun fact."
Just
That's
fun
it?
fact.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's the fun fact from chat.openai.com. Did you know the oldest known recorded joke is from ancient Sumeria, and it goes like this: something which has never occurred since time immemorial, a young woman did not fart in her husband's lap.
Oh my God!
I don't think you might have to run that one back.
The hell grammar was that?
Basically, it just means
One more time.
something which has never occurred since time immemorial, a young woman did not fart in her husband's lap. Nice.
I don't get it.
It just means wives always fart on their husbands. Like, that's the joke, basically.
Okay.
Like, there's never been a time.
Ooh, really?
I guess, I don't know.
Wait, hold up.
I'm gonna have to have a chat.
Do you want me to tell it as though I'm like Chris Rock or something?
Yeah. Please.
Yeah, go do that. Let's see how that plays out.
I'll do it as Seinfeld. What's the deal with wives farting in your lap?
Cringe.
Nice.
Well, thanks AI. I would say that. What do you got? You got something there for us, Dave?
I accidentally pressed spacebar on the old recording thing. So we're good. Yeah.
On our main recording. And so what now?
It stopped it, but then I restarted it.
Okay.
So we just got it.
Okay,
It'll be
all
fine.
right.
It'll be fine.
All right. Well,
I've never done that before.
should we introduce our guest?
Wait,
Yeah.
should I read a review?
Oh, a review?
We got a bunch
Oh,
of
wait,
reviews that we
Speak
never,
pipes?
and we got speak pipes.
Oh man, yeah.
We're never
I mean, the
interviewing Dave.
interview can wait. Yeah, the interview can wait. for sure.
Should we wait or should we do the?
No, let's get into the reviews. I've been saying that I'll send stickers out to someone who leaves us a review. I have an envelope and some stickers here and a pen, and I'm gonna send some stickers out on the pod.
Yeah, I mean the reviews don't have emails attached, so or contact information.
Okay, all right.
And I don't even
Okay.
think the names are.
All right, well, regardless, we'll figure out someone to give it to. That looks really long. that
Yeah, there's some
review.
long ones.
Okay, you
You
got some gold for us?
Okay. Okay, this one's kind of funny. This one's 5 stars
Excellent, thank you.
from Happily Reviewing on November 9th. Headline: very funny and entertaining. I have to drive to school 30 minutes at 7 a.m. every morning. And when there's a new episode of the podcast, I get excited to do it.
To do it?
To do it. Sex.
To drive?
I get excited to do it.
Sometimes
crank
I
one
leave. Sometimes I leave early so I can start listening earlier.
Oh, nice.
The days when I don't have an episode to listen to go back to being miserable.
So like 6 days of the week.
Also, I really liked the road trip pod. Now I'm going to lay down a beat and Dave has to rap over it. And then he literally wrote out Buddha cha, Buddha, Buddha cha
No, you mean
cha.
boom, boom, ch, boom, da, boom, da, ch.
Yeah,
boom,
but
boom,
I'm reading it phonetically.
Okay, well, you're supposed to rap. Boom, 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 boom,
Pass.
Damn, that was hard, bro. Damn.
So thank you,
right there, bro.
thank you for that review. That was on Apple Podcasts, which is I think the spot we want people reviewing.
Okay, who was it from?
Happily reviewing.
Okay, well, I'll just write that in an envelope and
That'll make
put
it.
it in the box.
The
and
mail will
hopefully-
know.
Yeah, they'll know.
The mail knows.
They'll know. They'll be like, oh, that guy.
Okay, should I read another one?
Let's go to Speak Pipes.
Okay, go to the pipe.
Because then maybe we can identify someone who I can actually send some stickers to. Thanks for the reviews. I don't want to beg for reviews, but please send us.
It does help the
review.
pod.
It does help.
That sounds good.
Oh, well, it looks like we have a lot of
We
Speak
have a
Pipe
lot.
messages. So if you are listening and you want to speak with us or interact with us, leave us a voicemail at SpeakPipe. I'm going to get this right one day. Speakpipe.com/feeding off each other. It's just like a website with one button, and all you do is you just hold the button and you talk into your phone.
You don't even have to hold it. You just press it.
Okay, yeah, easy peasy.
Yeah, so if you're
Costs
worried
nothing?
that your finger is going to get fatigued or something, no.
Yeah, it costs nothing. If you're worried that like it's going to be embarrassing because we're going to know who you are, totally anonymous.
It's only
Go
like
for it.
1 Bitcoin, so it's super cheap.
Yeah.
It's for profit.
All right, what do you got?
This one is from T Doggy.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Truman from Iowa here. I'm just wondering about cyclocross in British Columbia.
Oh, wait. No, we already
Dave,
listened
we
to
already
this one.
listened to this one.
Oh, Dave,
What
come
the
on.
Sorry.
I was like, oh, Truman again.
Okay.
Back at the
Oh my
cyclocross
God.
thing.
Okay, sorry. This one's from Rob. I won't read his last name, Rob A. But he did leave an email.
Like Rob, eh? Like Canadian, like EH.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, it's Rob, eh?
Yeah, you want to go steal some shit? Let's go rob A.
Hey, check out my gun on my waist here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go murder some people, eh?
All right. Rob A.
Hey everyone, this is Rob from Belgium, and I was wondering if there is a chance we could see you guys over in Europe for like Park Tour Season 2.
Did we already listen to this
We
one
listened
too?
to this one, dude. Come on.
Dave, you are absolutely blowing it. The answer is maybe.
Okay.
The answer
sorry.
is can we sleep on
I'm
your
going to
couch?
cut all this.
No, leave it in.
We
This
would
is
love
great
to come
radio.
to Europe.
Okay.
You probably made that same joke the last. You're like Rob A.
All right. This one's... Oh, man, I'm nervous to play this one now. Okay. This one we definitely haven't listened to. It's from...
Jeez, man, we're losing in listeners. It's
from
Retention's
Rowan.
dropping. We already lost
this
every.
is a hot babe calling in for Dave Wiggins. I just wanted to say how incredibly hot you are. Oh my gosh, that guy Rowan, what a butt nugget. He's so wrong.
No, what up? It's actually Rowan. You know, ever since I made those terrible comments about you last week, Dave Williams, I've been doing a lot of soul searching, going to mountaintops, visiting whatever those guys who stay at the top of mountains are, that give out advice. Been doing a lot of that stuff. I realized that this hate, it extends from my own insecurities, and I'm really just kind of taking out my anger at myself on you. You know, I got a haircut, and everybody's been saying that I look like that guy from Shrek, Lord Farquaad, and I took that anger out on you, and I shouldn't have done that, and I'm incredibly sorry. When you guys are eating a meal, are you looking for like a hamburger or some pizza, or are you going for more of a vegan option?
Damn, our first hot babe called in. That's amazing.
So to respond to this, I ended up, after he sent that message, because I heard this like a week ago, I found him on Instagram, and he did get a bad Lord Farquaad haircut.
Wow, you went deep, eh? You're like, oh, screw this guy. I'm
I
going to rip this guy.
I found his home address, and then I flew to fucking wherever. And
So if
Oh
you're out
my
there listening and
God.
you're on the fence whether or not you want to leave a speak pipe, just know that Dave will track you down and make
Yeah.
fun of your haircut.
No, he brought up his haircut, and I wanted to verify it.
So do you accept his apology?
No, I didn't think that was sincere at all. It sounded like bullshit.
Oh no.
Very, very intense.
Yeah. Well,
Although
you know what?
if it was genuine, I do accept it. But it felt a little that the intro, didn't start off on a good
No, I don't think so.
apologetic moment.
Yeah. To answer this question, though, I'm a hamburger guy.
Yeah, pizza.
Yeah, I'll fuck with either of those.
I'm not really going for the vegan, but I'll go for something with cauliflower in it. That's nice.
Cauliflower wings slap though.
I don't give me like the fake meat stuff. I'm feeling like that stuff's just more unhealthy than the real thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd rather just eat vegetables or legumes.
Yeah. At that point, I'll just eat the tablecloth. Okay, so nothing was resolved on that one. That's great. Cutting into our sweet interview time.
Okay, wait. There's another really good one I got to play though.
Okay.
From Big Al.
I'm coming in hot today, guys. I am pissed. Who is slandering David? I think that was an ill-made comment, and I do not agree with it whatsoever. So this week, I want to ask you guys, what's your favorite feature on Dave? And I mean physical. Me personally, I love David's smile. David's smile makes me feel warm inside, and not only that, I love the way his eyes accent his smile. Really great guy, really funny wit, really handsome. What's your guys' favorite feature on Dave?
Did you put Big Al up to this?
I don't know, man. I don't know if that was sincere. I think that was as sincere as the previous caller.
No, that was entirely sincere. Do you know Big Al at all?
Yes.
I do, and I stand by my statement.
He sent that message. It came into my email at, I think it was at like midnight a week ago, and I could not stop laughing. It was really funny.
I'm gonna have to go with my favorite feature on Dave is.
This is uncomfortable.
Oh, you talked over it. How about let's see. How about I don't know. That's my answer.
Yeah, don't answer.
Yeah.
Mine is his big brain that's full of wit.
Yeah, I was gonna go with his iconic beard, so full and thick. Yeah. Damn, that's a thick ass boy.
When was the last time you shaved?
Like a clean shave.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into the interview.
After we shot New Bike Day.
Oh, right. Yeah, that wasn't that long. Because you had the mustache.
Yeah, I had the mustache, and then I had to burn that.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
I feel like I know everything about you now.
Yep. Wow.
All right, you got any more for us? You want to play another old one, or?
There's one more, but should we play it or save it?
Just play it. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, this one's from Dixon Cider.
What? Hey, excuse me.
Jesus Christ.
Howdy guys, it's Dixon Cider here from Spirit Halloween. I was actually the guy who sold you your Teletubby costumes a few weeks ago, which recently featured in your newest Mahalo video.
No way.
I was also the guy from the Speak Pipe, Mike Oxlong, the Mike Oxlong Speak Pipe in your podcast a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, so you guys are probably wondering, how did I spot Dave out in the costume shop? Well, actually, it wasn't really that hard. It's easy to spot his unusual looking face from about a mile off.
Is that
it?
it?
Yeah.
Hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Oh man, Dave, you're just the butt of every joke here. Eh?
Dude,
Oh,
what
speaking of which,
happened?
maybe
Stop making fun of Dave.
Maybe my favorite feature is your butt.
It's not much there. Thanks.
We'll dive in later, but
okay. Into my butt?
Into your butt.
Yeah, we're gonna dive right in.
Dive right in.
All right. Shall we get into your interview portion of this podcast,
Sure,
Dave? Or you guys got any more fun facts? You guys want to talk about some video games again? Or
Radio silence for half an hour.
Oh, that might be fun.
Let's do just some meditations.
Okay, well, we wrote an intro for you about 30 minutes ago. Really rushed.
While I sat
Jason
here.
actually wrote
Super hastily. I don't know if you want to go.
And we did make a game of this or that for you, and we have 3 questions only.
Beautiful.
So we're really winging it here.
We're wigging in it.
Jason, you want to do the intro today?
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right. You may know today's guest from every single episode of this podcast.
Sorry.
Wow.
Outside of
No,
this
I don't. Sorry. Who are you talking about?
It's off the rails. Outside of this auditory experience, he has worked on countless video productions with us. From writing, producing, acting, editing, and more, this guy is one Swiss Army knife of a human. Hailing from humble beginnings as a North Vancouver boy, working at the local theater and barbecue store, to being here with us today, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only David Wiggins.
What? Oh my god! Wow. Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
Thank you.
Dude, it's so awesome that you could carve out a little bit of time to be here. I know this is not like your usual routine.
Yeah, this
so,
isn't like your job or anything.
Yeah, I moved some things around.
Yeah.
Some of the autographs.
We are actually out of time.
Wow.
Wow, time
Thanks
flies.
everyone for listening, and please remember.
So
to
sorry we couldn't
subscribe.
get to you, David Wiggins.
I believe the camera lens broke because of my physical appearance.
It actually can't see through your thick ass beard.
Wait, so how was the intro?
9 out of 10.
Wow. Okay, I'll take
really?
it. Don't need to say why you docked a point. We're all good.
The whole intro was just based off things that we do with you. Like,
Yeah.
it's just nothing about your personal life other than you're from North Vancouver. You worked at a theater.
At a barbecue store.
At a barbecue store.
Which I referenced like yesterday, so it's fresh in your mind.
No, I just always knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You talked about it a lot.
Yeah, we know. When we think David Wiggins, we think barbecues.
You think barbecues.
Yeah. Really, 9 out of 10. Is this insincere as well?
No, I don't know. It felt nice to be thought about.
I didn't take any big swings because I didn't want to get anything wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. You know what? The guest rarely tells us what we should have included because, they're humble. They're not trying to toot their own horn.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to toot your own horn. What should we have included?
I don't know. I feel very unaccomplished. So,
Well, this is a terrible interview so far.
what should I don't know. What are you gonna include?
I don't know. Tell us something. We're trying to learn new things about you, Dave. Okay.
I used to work at a tech company. That was a thing. I went to SFU. I don't know. I feel like this is an unfair thing to do, to be like, tell us your biography.
Okay.
What are your accomplishments?
You don't have to tell us your accomplishments. I just want to know, like, if you had to write an introduction for yourself, what would you say? Maybe something about your family life.
Yeah, I have a family.
Maybe about your heritage. Maybe about your heritage. I don't know.
I'm a quarter.
We need some depth.
I'm a quarter Norwegian.
Okay.
3/4 none of your business. No, 3/4 from like the UK.
Where's that?
It's right next to none of it.
No.
Oh my god.
1/4 Norwegian.
Yeah, my grandpa was Norwegian.
Oh, interesting. And 3/4 what?
It's just like UK nonsense.
Okay. So basically white bread.
Which is the name of my rap group, actually.
UK nonsense.
Yeah. It's Skepta's in the group. Other British rappers.
We I guess, how much time do we have here? We burned up a lot of time. We got 40 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, that's plenty.
That's plenty.
All right. Let's go back to day one, the day you were born.
Okay. Yeah.
How did you feel? Where were you?
I was in North Vancouver.
Okay, cool.
I was at one of the hospitals, probably.
What time were you born?
I want to say like 4 a.m.
4 a.m. I think I was born at like 1 a.m. or something. Jason?
8-ish, 8:30 a.m.
Oh, we're all like night owls. Or no, you're an early morning guy, I guess.
Early morning.
He's an early morning owl.
Got out, made a coffee.
Went to an energy drink, went for a long drive.
Let's do a podcast.
He rode the bull.
What else are you going to do in the womb? Jeez, a lot of time to burn.
Yeah. Okay, so you're born.
You were born,
Perfect.
yeah. So, you came out, and how are you feeling?
I was actually a C-section. So I was chopped out.
Because you were like too. I mean, I don't want to ask any personal details here, but was it because your beard was too thick and
I was too cozy.
too cozy? I see.
Yeah, I was just like chilling in the womb. This is great podcasting.
Then what? Were you the oldest, youngest?
No, okay, yeah. So I'm the youngest. So the last one out. I have two sisters. They're 2 and 6 years older than me.
You're the only boy
I'm the
other
only
than
boy.
your father.
Yeah.
And how was life growing up with two sisters? I grew up with brothers. Jason,
I
only
grew up with
child.
no one.
Yeah.
On the
With no one.
streets.
You grew up with none, yeah.
Did they bully you, or did you bully them?
Yeah. Bully's a strong word. It's different having sisters than brothers.
Did they make fun of your weird face, or did you?
Yeah, all the time. No, they. So yeah, 2 and 6 years older. The one that's 6 years older, I feel like kind of just didn't give a shit. She was kind of like, oh, whatever, another kid. And then the other one, Amy, her and I were always kind of in school, like elementary school, then high school at the same time. So we spent a lot more time together. but she kind of bullied me a little bit growing up. So she was 2 years older, but like girls develop faster. So she was like 5 years older in like size. So she would have been like, she's a short little person, not little person, but like she's like she's like an average size. She's like an average sized woman now. She's like 5'6" or something.
She's an average sized little woman.
Little woman. Yeah. Yeah.
So she beat the shit out of you.
No, she would like
still.
She would like wrestle me down and then like sit on top of me and then be like just crush me. And then I would yell to my mom and she'd be like, I didn't do anything. And she was a really good liar.
Oh.
And we've talked about it in our adulthood because we're good friends now, but she was like, I'm kind of disturbed by the kid I was, because she was almost like pathological when she would do stuff like that. And she'd be like, no, I didn't, Mom. And then she would look at me with a really sinister look on her face. And it was quite unsettling.
I used to be a piece of shit.
Yeah. So we went to elementary school, went to high school. I don't know.
What was early Dave like? Because you're this like creative kind of, but sporty individual. Like, what were your hobbies growing up in the 90s?
Or in the 80s? Well,
in the 90s.
He's not that old.
He's a product of the 80s.
I was born late 80s. I was
late 8? What?
Late 80s.
Oh, okay.
You were born with what? Okay.
Yeah, I was an unbelievably shy kid. Like,
whoa.
Like, yeah. So when I was probably up until I was maybe like 11 or 12, my mom's told me I used to, like, you know, when you're out and about with your parents and then they would like run into a friend or someone they know at the grocery store and they start a conversation. You're little, right? You're like the size of
you're a little person.
Yeah, you're up to their knees.
Mm-hmm.
I would get really uncomfortable and shy in those moments, and I would just slowly start to like turn around. So my mom told stories that were like, someone would be like, "So, David, like how's school going?" And I would just kind of like turn around
and not say anything.
Yeah, I was just super shy, like more outgoing around family, but just being out in the world, I was a pretty anxious kid. Which not fun. But like growing up, I tried at least all of the sports and I hated almost all of them. So I played hockey, I skated, like did ice skating, did all the swimming, like I took all the lessons. Did you guys take lessons with colors?
For swimming?
Yeah.
I did swimming lessons in school. It was like required.
So,
but I don't remember. I just remember numbers.
Yeah,
like
numbers.
level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So when I was younger, because I'm a couple years older than you guys, it was like blue, red. So,
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
No.
And then I think there was like 2 different types of red. It was like maroon was one of them. Anyway, so I did all the swimming, did skating. I like tried everything at least once. So I did rugby, I skied, and I just wasn't. I wasn't good at it. Like I'm not a natural athlete by any stretch. Like I was always on teams with kids that were really good, which makes you feel like you're even worse. Because if you put me in a sports situation with someone that's not athletic, I'm decent. But there's literally a kid I played hockey with when I was 7, and he went to the NHL. So it's just, and you could tell at that age, like he could raise the puck and like put it in the top. I think he's in Europe now.
Okay.
His name's Ben Maxwell. He wasn't like a star, but he played some games and had a nice little career for himself.
Very nice.
Yeah. His dad was the coach.
So but were you into sport? Because now I would say you're
a sport guy, big sport guy. You kick our ass.
No, I didn't. I dreaded going to all of it.
What?
Yeah, like
it's wild to me.
So we were part of the North Shore Winter Club.
Oh yeah.
Which in the winter it's like hockey and ice sports and stuff like that, and in the summer there's like an outdoor pool, and there's a swim team. And so I was on that swim team, and I truly cannot describe to you how much I hated it. Like, there's not many things in life I now dread to the level I dreaded waking up at like 6 a.m. on a weekday and going and swimming in that cold pool. Like
cold, yeah.
Like I fucking hated it. And I was shy, right? So super shy, not interested in it, not naturally athletic. So it was just terrible for me. And then you would have these swim meets, right? So on the weekend, you'd go for a full day and you'd be like at a pool. You'd be at the Delbrook one or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
I nodded like I knew what that is. Sorry.
It's like 5 minutes from here.
Okay.
And it was at the time it was called William Griffin. I don't think it's called that anymore. But anyways, so there'd be, tents upon tents across this field for the swim meet. So what you do is you go there as a family, and most people had multiple kids that were swimmers, and you just hang out all day until you have your races. And then you leave the tents in the field and go into the pool, do your race, and then come back and you wait for your next race or your siblings' race or whatever. That situation is an absolute nightmare for someone with social anxiety that doesn't like the sport. Just like spending 5 hours, and you're supposed to be kind of going around and mingling, and your parents are like, "Oh, go meet those other kids" or whatever. And I was like, "These are strangers. This is terrifying."
Why did you do this? Like, your parents were like, "You got to be a swimmer."
They just, I don't know. They just put it. We were all in it. Like me, my sisters and I all did it. So, yeah, I think they just wanted to expose me to as many things as possible. Like, I also played piano and I played the drums.
Oh, I know the drum.
Yeah. Yeah, just did kind of everything. So to tie things back to what we do now with film and stuff, they also put me in like summer camps along the way growing up. So I the first film thing I ever did was at a summer camp. It was at the high school nearby at Sea Cove. And we did a Jeopardy parody video. And it was like a 2-week camp, and we like wrote it as a group. I think it was 11. And then we shot it, and I played 2 characters in the video. I played the host, and I played one of the contestants. And I loved it. And I was still really quite shy at that point, but I was kind of coming out of my shell. And so it was, developing a sense of humor is what made me not shy. So that was around that same time. So when I was in grade 4 and 5, I had the same teacher. Her name was Mrs. Harrival, shout out. And she would read. Did you guys have this in elementary school where a teacher would like read to the class? You'd all sit on the ground cross-legged.
Of course.
The techer would read.
Every classroom ever
like
in the world
since
the beginning of time.
Just go along with this,
I'm a potato.
So obviously, grade 4 or 5, we were still doing that. And I don't know when this moment happened, but she would be reading the story, and then there'd be like a page turn or a moment in the story or a pause, and I would say a little joke. So it would be like, and then, Tommy went to the door, and I'd be like, and farted, or I don't know what. I have no idea. But I think I remember at the time thinking like, these are like witty, I wasn't just saying like crass things like that. I think I was commenting within the context somewhat.
You were crushing.
And then I started to get laughs, and I think that I equate that with me becoming less shy, was getting that sort of positive feedback from other kids.
Gratification.
But in retrospect too, that teacher, she allowed me to make those jokes. Like a really strict, uptight teacher would have cut that off. But she laughed along, she allowed it. And
she had a snare and a cymbal.
Yeah. And she definitely green-lit me doing that, which...
It was the pilot of your life.
No,
green-lit the pilot.
I had this realization maybe 5 or 10 years ago, and I was like, holy shit, I would have been a different person if I hadn't been allowed to do that and develop a sense of humor and stuff around.
It's pretty amazing that she decided to open a book and read it to you guys. It's very fortunate you landed in that class. Did you guys ever do that thing where you take a piece of paper and that yellow stick and you would write words down and it would you'd combine sentences?
I actually have a memory in my head of this situation, sitting down, getting read to, and I was just sitting there picking my nose.
Sure.
Just last week. No, it was in grade 2.
This is the pilot to your life.
Yeah, this is the pilot. I'm just like picking my nose, pull my finger out. There's a booger on it. And the teacher's, I like lock eyes with the teacher's assistant. and I think it was a guy. He was like, no, like kind of like with his hand to his neck. He's like, no. And I was like, that was the moment I realized you can't pick your nose in public.
Jesus Christ.
And
what'd you do with it?
I probably just wiped it on the floor, to be honest. I don't know. I can't. That's from memory.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You're
in a pinch.
That's just funny that you're like your memory of the reading thing. I was like, oh yeah, I did that shit too.
Yeah.
Except, you did what? What?
The like sit down. Like I remember that situation.
Right.
Yeah.
So to throw it back a few years earlier than that, to juxtapose my evolution, when I was in grade 2, I switched elementary schools. We moved houses. We moved like 5 minutes away, but you're in a different zone for elementary schools. And so being really shy and then having to meet all new people is no good. And so I'm so shy that I wanted to like disassociate from being in the classroom. So what I would do was I would put the palms of my hands into my eyes, and which kind of like, if you do it, it creates kind of like a starry effect in your eyes. And I would pretend I was flying through space. So my teacher would be sitting there reading or doing whatever, teaching something to the class, and I'd be just lean forward, just completely zoning out. And then also that teacher thought I had a hearing problem.
Oh, I did that. My teacher thought I had a hearing problem too, I think, because I went and did like an ear test.
Actually, I did that too.
Yeah, I think everyone did the ear test.
Maybe everybody did it.
But specifically, they thought I had a hearing problem. But it's because I was just so quiet. I just wasn't really, I was zoning out. I wasn't engaging. So she'd be like, David, and I'd be like, huh?
You just slowly turn around the other way.
Yeah.
I was going to play that one.
Yeah, so... Yeah, Jeopardy video. That was
Jeopardy,
sick.
Didn't listen.
And then I did an improv summer camp.
What?
Yeah, when I was like 12. And
I don't understand how you went from like the shy person to like, oh, I'm going to do like film myself, which is the most like putting yourself out there.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do anything.
Oh, you didn't want to do it?
No.
Oh, okay.
My mom would just sign me up for things.
Oh, okay.
I'd be like, you're doing this. And I remember, this is such a random thing, but I remember my favorite improv from that improv camp was, because you learned improv the whole week or 2 weeks or whatever, probably a week. And then at the end, there was a performance, and the parents came and all that kind of stuff. And this was the time when area codes had just been applied. So before to call someone, you didn't have to put in the,
604, 778.
And so our scenario at this improv was like a Star Trek thing that we were doing. And then the joke was like, what was it? It was like star log, blah, blah, blah. Like someone said it. And I was like, oh, sorry, you forgot the area code. And I remember being like, this is the greatest joke of all time. Like I was so stoked on that. But
like the crowd laughed?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it was like
crickets. It was like that was sick.
No. It was that summer. It was so topical. Yeah. And then I joined the improv team when I got to high school in grade 8. It was actually a booming thing at my high school. And then after I was in grade 8, it died because the grade 12s were the really dominant group that were really promoting that improv team. And then that group graduated and the whole thing died.
So when, and sorry if I'm jumping ahead many years, but when did you start taking an interest more in like filming things? Because like I feel like Matt and I had mountain biking and that was our gateway, but like what was your gateway?
We always had camcorders at home.
Dad cams.
Call
them by the real name.
And so I would always play with those. Like there was always a lot of sort of creativity in our household. Like our old kitchen, we had sort of like not a dining table, but like a kitchen table where we would eat a lot of times. And on the walls behind that were all of our drawings. And so like a big portion of my childhood was just sitting around and doing drawings. And I was always kind of obsessed with movies. Like my family, we always watched a lot of movies. Like every Friday we would get a pizza and like watch a movie and like go to the video store. And when I was young too, I had this weird thing where I would watch, like we would watch like Entertainment Tonight, which would, you know, talk about celebrities and movies and whatever. And so I was just like, yeah, that's just what you do. You be in movie. Like that just seemed really normal. So I kind of just assumed and I assumed that's what everyone wanted to do. When people were like, I want to be a fireman, I'd be like, yeah, but you also want to be in movies, right? Like you want to like do that kind of stuff. Like I didn't understand why anyone would have an alternative interest. So I'd play with the camcorders. I would film random things. I remember filming when I was like 11, like a edit with, I had some basketball video game on Nintendo 64. And I would you could do an instant replay in the video game. And then I remember playing music behind, like on camera, and then like doing like a cool dunk and like twisting the camera and just literally filming what I'm doing like on the screen. And then, but I got more serious into it because there was a film class in high school. Nice. So in I think it was grade 10, I joined the film class, and my parents had just got not an iMac, but it was called an eMac.
It's like the knockoff iMac.
No. It was E stood for education or something. So it was a bit cheaper. And if you had I think a kid in school, you get a discount on it. And so I joined that same fall. We got that computer, and that had iMovie on it. And none of the other kids had a computer where they could edit videos. Like that was not a thing in the early to mid 2000s. People didn't have PCs that had video editing software on it. And most people didn't have Macs, right? Which came with that. And so it gave me a real edge to just go home and edit my things, whereas all the other kids had to edit at school. So I got really into that. So that's kind of when I started doing that. And then my friends Mike and stuff, they also were doing the same thing at a different school. And so there were a few occasions over the years after that where I went and edited their thing or shot with them, or we started doing it kind of for fun on the side. It was always kind of more like comedic stuff, whereas you guys were doing, the action sports stuff to start.
And when you were when you were making stuff with your friends, was that the start of Hoodwinked, or how did that come about? I don't even know if I know the story of how Hoodwinked came to be. Tell the people.
Tell them what Hoodwinked is.
Yeah, so I was in film class in high school. I won the film award one year. No big deal.
Film award.
Yeah,
that's cool. You had a video program and
yeah.
We didn't have this stuff.
It wasn't like it wasn't like a thing where they taught you really. They were just like, go make a video, which is a good way to learn, anyways.
That's what film school is like when you pay for it. Too. It's the same thing.
It's just like, you'll figure it out.
That's kind of what our job is still.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all so cringy though now. Like, and I started making videos for every class project in other subjects. So in like Spanish, I like made a video, and I was in a law class, I made a video. So I just kind of got obsessed with doing that. But so
Hoodwinked, what is it?
Yeah. Hoodwinked was my YouTube channel that started in 2010. No, maybe even 2009. I didn't actually start it. I wasn't a part of the early.
Oh, really?
No, I wasn't a part of maybe the first 6 months to a year-ish.
Okay.
So I was going to SFU at that time for communications. Hold your applause.
Holding.
But my friends, Mike, Miles, Dylan, I think that was all of them. Maybe there was someone else. Doesn't matter.
Ben Maxwell, shout out. They
were all going to Capilano College at the time. Now it's Capilano University. And they, had time between classes and just started making videos together. They had all been in film class in their high school at the time or previously. And they started doing sort of comedy videos, but it was a lot more like pranks or kind of like man on the street, sort of unscripted stuff.
What kind of pranks do you remember?
There was a video called, it's not that PC now, but it was called Major League Bum.
Okay.
It's not even a prank. It's actually kind of a funny video, but they got this homeless or unhoused guy. His name was, I can't remember the name. I think it's still on YouTube. But basically, they got him to smash a TV with a baseball bat. And so it's not a prank, but it's just
wait, it's the best prank ever.
It's not a prank, but it's like kind of like a real-ish. Like, he's not an actor. They didn't script this. They were just, I don't know where they found this guy.
Okay.
But they had an old CRT TV, and he smashes the shit out of it
in like downtown Vancouver.
Yeah, in some like alley, and then he's yelling about how Craig won't give him a job, and you're like, wait, what? But then you realize, he's talking about Craigslist because he's crazy.
Okay.
Anyways, so that was a video. There was also a video.
Let's save that one. Maybe we can re-up that one.
They did a video where they went to like a 420 event and they talked to a bunch of stoners, and this was before weed was legal in Canada. So yeah, just like a different sort of vibe than I would have kind of come up with on my own. And then they decided to do a parody music video of Katy Perry's California Girls, and they called it North Vancouver Boys. And so I think Mike wrote this song and recorded and whatever. And that summer, this is summer 2010, I was doing a co-op at SFU, and my co-op was that I worked for BC Place. So I did a tour of the province where we were talking about the stadium, BC Place, and because they were doing a bunch of renovations. So I didn't really have that much time with that job. It was pretty all-consuming, but I got off early one day, and I was texting with my friends, and they're like, oh, we're trying to figure out how to shoot this music video. We don't know what we're doing. And I just showed up, and I kind of like took over and then shot that music video with them, and then edited that, and then that went viral. And then so I kind of weaseled my way into the group.
Wait, what do you mean viral? Like, tell me, take me through the aftermath of publishing that.
It was actually it was super exciting. It was super exciting because, I mean, you guys have had this experience, but you make something and you're like, is 50 people going to watch it and just kind of be like, whatever. But it wasn't that.
I feel like the first sign back in the day, like in 2010, 2011 kind of time range, you could tell if something was going to go viral because you'd go on your Facebook feed and you'd see like so-and-so plus 21 people have shared your video, and you'd see that number plus 21 people, plus 30, plus 40, and you'd be like, oh shit, like a lot of people are sharing this. Now it's kind of hard to tell because you can't see like quantitatively like how many people are actually sharing something on like Instagram or something like that.
Nobody uses Facebook anymore.
But you could get an idea of like the volume back then.
Yeah, I think it was like maybe in the first 1 or 2 days it had like 2,000 views, right? Which was, I think for the time, the channel was like really good. And then it was like, all of a sudden it was 10,000 in a day. And then it was, it just kept growing. And then it got played on the radio. And I remember
Which station?
Like Z95 or something like that.
Oh, tight.
Maybe the Beat 94 at the time. And we listened to that. And then, the North Shore News wrote an article about it. And and this was at the time too where YouTube had like charts. Yes. Right? It would be like, you are number X for comedy.
Yeah, you are number 34 in Polynesia.
Yeah. So by the day, every day it kept going up and up and up, and we kept going up those charts. And I was actually away working for BC Place because we were touring the province. So I was in, I think, Nanaimo, and I just was obsessively going onto my laptop at the end of the day and looking at all the stats. This is before I only think I had a smartphone at this time. I don't think I had an iPhone or anything. So I had to wait till the end of the day to check it out. So
those were the days.
Defined your life from then on.
Just like fame and fortune, or
first solid hit of dopamine, and it was just an addiction to dopamine from then on.
And then our thing was like, well, we got to do another parody video. And so we did some like Eminem. We did the Eminem Rihanna song, "Love the Way You Lie," but it was called "Love the Lazy Life."
That was good.
The stupidest.
I don't know. At the time, like, so North Vancouver Boys was like definitely how Matt and I learned of you. And I remember sharing that video and being like, oh my God, because North Vancouver mountain biking, blah, blah, blah. And then you did "Love the Lazy Life." And I was like, another hit.
Man, I wish it was easy as it was then to make a viral video.
Yeah.
I'd have the newspaper write about your dumb video.
My parents were out of town at that point. I was like 20. And we had a party at my house.
Sick.
Premiere party for Love the Lazy Life. And so everyone like there was like 20, 30 people there, and everyone gathered around the TV and we played it. This is before I think we had uploaded it the day before. And everyone was so psyched, and it was just such like a fun moment. But and that one actually has more views than North Vancouver Boys, interestingly, because it was more universal.
Yeah.
But people locally remember that North Vancouver Boys video. Like people still reference it. And I'm not even in that video, but then people still, because they associate me to that channel, and then they can't remember if I was in that, but people still reference it, which is funny for like a goofy parody music video from 12 years ago.
So you find success. You make some videos.
Yeah.
You join, like, was there an official, like...
There's a blood oath.
Like, handshake, you're in, Dave. Like, let's make
No,
videos.
I think it just got assumed. And then some of the other guys that were doing it with us kind of fell off after a year or so. And then it was mostly just me and Mike making stuff. And then we started doing kind of more sketch stuff along with the music videos. And this was always, similar to you guys in our spare time between work and school. Like I was in school and I started doing that still. And I had a part-time job always. And so it's just carving out time, and a lot of like text messages between the group of us being like, what could we do next? And we were often too trying to chase sort of the topical song or, trend. Like we did a Canucks music video in 2011.
That was like the easy way to get on the newspaper and how to get on the news. And
that one, we were on CTV, Global, CBC, like TV, like interviews, which is absurd. It's just like, hey, you're some kids, you made some video.
We did the same. I was on national news after I had my wisdom teeth removed, so I was all fat. Yeah. And then we were on the front page of the 24-hour, whatever it's called, 24 newspaper. I remember being on the SkyTrain and seeing my face and a couple other friends just like on the front of the newspaper. It's so silly. It's just like, it shows you like how hungry they were for content. They're like, this is...
But also,
this is exciting.
That was the time when the Canucks was the story.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and then I would go on the news and they'd ask me like some question about hockey, and I'm like, I don't know. I like watching hockey. I don't know anything about the team though.
I know. I was always the mouthpiece that actually knew about the Canucks and about hockey.
Big hockey guy.
All
right, Dave. We gotta blast through some stories here. We don't have much time. Okay.
Totally.
So you got to keep these quick and concise with all the keep them funny though. Tell us about the time that you were the salmon.
How do you know about this?
I hope this is a quick story.
Is this like a Nardwar level thing? Okay, I can tell you the quick story of the salmon.
Okay, we have 12 minutes before we run out of memory on this.
I can tell it in like a minute.
Okay.
So it all began when I was born. No, my friend Devin and I, he had a cabin past Pemberton, and then every summer there was a talent show. And so we did the talent show a few times. And one of the things we did at the talent show one year was, I don't remember who had the idea or where it came from, but there was a salmon spawning at his cabin. So we did a thing where we went on stage and we jumped up and we kind of like looked like a salmon kind of going upstream. So we kind of flared out our head to one side and our feet to the other side. So we did that. That was like, I was in grade 6 maybe. Then go back to school the next year, and I am telling a friend at school about doing the salmon, and they're like, what does that look like? And I did it, and they're like, yeah, that's really funny. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah. And then more people started to wanted to see me do it, so that I did it more and more. And then I don't know the time progression or what happened. And then all of a sudden it became a thing where at the end of class, my teacher would be like, and David, come up on front of the class and do the salmon.
What?
All right, will you do it for us?
I don't think it would translate.
There's a video here. There's a camera.
It's an audio medium. We'll work it into a future video. Do you actually want me to stand up and do it?
Yeah, I want to see it.
All right, you guys.
Dude, I'm not going to make the connection unless I see the salmon
That
right now.
escalated
All right,
quickly.
he's standing up, folks. He's getting out of his chair.
Make sure you take your
headphones.
headphones
Okay,
off.
headphones are coming off. All right,
Oh
watch your head on the
my
handlebars.
God.
No, hey, okay, here we go. Okay. Holy shit! Wow. Oh my God, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So okay, all right.
Okay, and then the last.
So after you were a pimp.
So how many ladies did you bang?
How many salmons did you spot?
Dozens. Flash forward to grade 12, and I'm in bio 12. And someone told the teacher that I went to elementary school with, someone that was in that class where I did the salmon, told the teacher about it. And then all year she kept trying to get me to do it. And I just...
The salmon or?
The salmon.
Okay.
And I just didn't give a shit about school in grade 12. Like, I just kind of like, I was like, whatever.
What?
And
something awful fishy going on around here.
That was worth it.
And my mom went into parent-teacher interviews. And I think I had a failing grade at that point, midway through the year in bio. And my teacher goes, "Oh yeah, we love having David in class. He's a lot of fun, but he just won't do the salmon." And my mom's like, "But he's failing the class." She's like, "Yeah, he'll figure it out, but can you ask him to do the salmon?" She's
What the hell?
She's a bit of a space
Oh my
case,
God, this
but-
is great.
Yeah.
The salmon's coming back.
The salmon's coming back.
All right, tell us about the time you wrecked an expensive barbecue.
Okay, so I worked at a barbecue store.
Johnson's?
Johnstone's.
Fuck.
All right. Keep it quick, man. Keep it quick.
I worked at a barbecue store and we had to do a delivery for the barbecue. It was a Weber Summit 650. I can't remember the model name. Big ass stainless steel barbecue. So what we did to deliver these things was we build it and then we put it on the back of a pickup truck and strap it to the back. So I'm driving. I'm not driving a great distance, and it was right by around this area. And so I do this sort of turn to then go up a hill, and I accelerate, and then I hear like a rah, 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 rah.
Oh no, Oscar the Grouch.
You ran over Oscar the Grouch.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that was strange. And then I just kind of drive a little longer, and then I look in my rearview mirror, and there's no barbecue there.
Oh no.
And so I pull into a side street. No, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't notice the barbecue wasn't there. I pull into a side street and get out of the car, and the barbecue's missing. And so I run down the hill, and there's a group of 3 people pulling it off the road because it would have been a major hazard in the middle of the road.
Or an opportunity.
Or an
for a
opportunity.
grill.
Yeah. Anyways, I got grilled about that from my boss.
Nice.
Did you keep your job?
Yeah. It was an accident. He was not happy though.
Yeah, obviously.
I was like, luckily no one was hurt.
Okay, you got to pick between these two stories, okay?
Sure,
Take your
sure,
pick. All right.
sure.
One is tell us the time that you were lost in the woods in Ontario, which we've talked about on a previous podcast. Or, and we can always tell these stories in the future.
Sure.
Or tell us about the Chunder trilogy.
Chunder trilogy.
Chunder.
So I don't know if we did 3. So my friends that I would do the videos with in high school, they did a video. The first video was called Chunder. I don't even think that got shown to anybody. And then I came aboard and we did Chunder 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
And we filmed that at my friend's cabin that I did the salmon at when we were in grade 11 or something. And
legendary salmon. There's like a plaque there now. On this day in 1990, David Wiggins performed
the salmon Wiggins.
So we decided to film this video at the cabin, and the beginning of every Chunder episode would be that my friend Stefan would be about to kill himself in an elaborate way, and then he'd go, never mind, time for one last adventure. And then he'd go on some adventure. So the first episode was he had his head up next to a boat propeller.
Oh God.
And he was like, all right, hit it. And then he went, wait, no, time for one more adventure. And then the adventure makes no sense. And my early editing days were really bad where I always wanted to incorporate like music and songs I liked, but then I know no talent to like pare it down, or so they're like 20-minute longs, and I like put like full songs in, and they're just like these like montages and stuff, so it's pretty unwatchable. And then the third one we did, and we filmed it in the woods in North Van. And yeah, there's not that much more interesting to talk about.
I feel like your videos were really weird, but some of them did not make sense. But that's why we like them, because and then when we collaborated, it's like weird minds all colliding. You never know what you're gonna make. All right, do we have time for the wood story? I feel like that's a long one. We've heard it before. It's a long one.
You've already heard it too. You don't need to.
No, not on the podcast.
Oh
no, we've heard it.
I think it's save it.
All right, give us like the log line of that one. You got lost.
I mean,
in
it's
the
not that
woods.
long of a story. It's
you gonna fire through.
I was visiting family.
He's dropping in.
Okay, I'll do it in like 30 seconds. I was visiting family in rural Ontario. We went to go play hide and go seek with my uncle, my cousins, and my sisters. My sisters didn't want me hiding near them, so I hid way further back behind a rock. And then they were like, they couldn't find me, and they were like, David. And then all of a sudden I couldn't hear them, and I was like, crushing it. And then instead of staying where I was, which was pretty close to where my grandparents' place was, I was like, now walk out of here. And I walked into the woods, got lost for a couple of hours, and I literally walked out of the woods and got onto a road. I had to walk through really thick trees. And then I was wandering for a few hours. They wanted to send helicopters. They didn't end up. And my uncle found me because he was just driving around.
How long were you lost for?
I think it was like 2 hours or something. But when you're 7, that feels like 100 hours.
Especially to your parents, I'm sure.
And the saddest part is I kept wishing I had the genie from Aladdin so I could wish to be home again.
It sounds like you went on one more adventure.
Yeah, I was about to kill myself. And
your sister was sitting on top of you, and you're like, first, one more adventure.
Yeah.
All right, we got to play this or that in record time, all right?
Okay, I'll cue up the music.
Oh, yeah, you can play your own.
Oh, you're cueing his own music. Here we go. He's going to play the whole damn song. All right, Monopoly or Scrabble?
Scrabble.
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
Taxis or Ubers?
Ubers.
Pee a marble or poop a baseball? Oh boy. Slowing down. We got 35 of these to go.
Pee a marble.
Oh.
What, dude, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
all right, number 5.
Oh, what's right with you?
I got a giant urethra.
Snuggie or Forever Lazy?
Forever Lazy.
Raffle or Lamau? That is, rolling on the floor laughing or laughing my ass off?
Raffle.
B44 or Sole Decision?
It's B44.
Sorry. What did I say? B44?
Yeah.
Dude, okay. Your friend Mike sent all of these in.
Yeah, I figured that out a long time ago.
What? Where? Why? A long time ago when I asked Monopoly or Scrabble?
No. I meant
when I asked pee a marble or poop a baseball?
The Chunder question. There's no way you guys could have known that.
All right. B44. Okay.
B44.
What are those
funnier.
bands? Those are bands? Or artists?
Yeah, B44 was a Canadian pop boy band with 2 twins and some other dude that all had spiky hair.
All right. Bussin' or no cap?
No cap.
Skeet or skirt?
Skeet.
Stacy's mom or teenage dirtbag?
Teenage dirtbag.
Friends or Seinfeld?
Seinfeld.
The Simpsons or Family Guy?
Simpsons.
Honda or Toyota?
It's tough. Honda.
Superbad or Step Brothers?
Superbad.
Is there any movie I could have put next to Superbad and you would have chose the other movie?
Probably not.
Frank's or Sriracha?
Sriracha.
That's a good one. IFHT or Hoodwinked?
IFHT.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. Marcus Naslund or Trevor Linden?
Naslund.
Daniel Sedin or Henrik Sedin?
Daniel Sedin.
Daniel Sedin or Marcus Naslund?
Marcus Naslund.
Making love to a woman or hockey?
This is a gross question.
What do you mean?
All right, think about it. The Canby or the Met?
The Met.
Matt or Kaz? I told Jason, don't put these ones on the. Don't make him.
Son of a bitch.
Matt or Kaz?
I mean.
All right, think about it. I think you should leave or Nathan for you.
I think you should leave.
Matt or Jason?
pass.
What?
This is why we got to take these off. We can't choose. We can't, we can't put like your wife or your son. We can't put Matt or Jason. We're tearing people apart. We can't put making love to a woman or hockey. These questions are too hard.
Yeah.
Okay. There's the timer. All right, we got to wrap this up. Broil King barbecues or Weber barbecue. Okay, you already knew it was coming. Deep Cove or Horseshoe Bay.
Deep Cove.
Spike ball or beer pong.
Beer pong.
Live comedy or concert.
Concert.
Beer pong or quiplash.
Beer pong.
Podcasts or movies.
Movies.
Writing or editing.
Writing.
Super Mario 64 or Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Super Mario.
Playing a fun game of GoldenEye 64 with good friends or getting your eyeball gouged out.
Eyeball gouged out.
Penis-sized nipples or nipple-sized penis.
Penis-sized nipples.
Sneeze every time you orgasm or orgasm every time you sneeze.
Sneeze every time you orgasm.
Yeah, obvious
such
one.
an easy one.
Come on, Jason, write better this
What
or
do you
that,
mean?
dude. Come
What
on.
do you mean?
All right, and finally,
Yeah.
mountain biking or not mountain biking.
Uh,
Careful now, there are a lot of people listening out there.
like, in what context? Do I have to mountain bike like every
We don't
day?
add context. This is this or that. We
I'll
just
say,
ask.
I'll say mountain biking.
All right, there you go. That's game of this or that. Hey, how about time for? God, that was a soundboard catastrophe. How about time for one more adventure, or should we just axe it here?
What's the one more adventure?
What, sorry?
I don't know. Don't we usually kind of just kill it here or go on one more adventure?
I don't know.
Did
what
we
you're talking
complete
about.
like your timeline? I feel like we didn't, but could you like?
That's fine.
You hoodwinked.
Yeah.
You had a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Was it ever your job?
No.
Okay, cool. You did it a lot though.
Yeah.
And you worked on the side.
Yeah, and then I worked at a tech company for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So you didn't talk about that, which is fine.
Yeah.
See, I think the problem was that for Dave's interview, we ate up half the time talking about your road trip. But we knew
Well,
this
and
going
speak
in.
pipe, and speak
And
pipes.
speak
fine.
pipes and fun facts. But we knew this going in.
Is there anything you want to talk about we missed?
Anything you
Don't
want
be
to let
humble.
the people know?
This interview is really illuminating that I feel like I've done nothing with my life.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Dave's like his worst fan.
Yeah.
He's always putting
I feel
himself
so-
down. He
I
thinks
feel-
he thinks nobody knows him. We could do 1,000 podcasts and 1,000,000 videos and they all go viral and he'll still say, nobody knows who I am. You guys are, I'm in your guys' shadow.
Yeah.
But here you are in the middle of the podcast.
Yeah.
You're great. We love you.
Thank you.
You're funny.
Thank
you always
you.
got something great to add to the conversation. And
Appreciate it.
you have one more chance. You want to tell anybody something?
Anything
great
you want
out
to
there?
promote?
Promote? I work with you guys. What do I got to promote?
Promote our shit, dude.
We got to ask you. It's on the show notes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you should go to mahalamydude.com and buy some merch, buy some stickers.
Hey, there you go. He's paid to say that. Do you feel full?
I'm satiated.
That's good. All right,
That's a
guys.
long word.
Thanks for listening. Leave us a review. Leave us a comment. Speak pipes. Do it all. Go to Mahalo, my dude. Thanks for listening. And as always,
Thank you for listening to Feeding Off Each Other. Please subscribe for more great podcasts.